General Selva, I want to talk about moving C-130Js from Keesler Air Force Base. But let me say that, you know, the DOD wants to do another BRAC round. And often we hear defense officials say it's not going to be like a 2005 BRAC round. They say our days of spending lots of money just moving things around that won't result in financial savings, those days are over. Yet with the Air Force plans to shut down the 815th Airlift Squadron and their active duty partners, the 345th Airlift Squadron, and move the squadron of C-130J aircraft away from Keesler Air Force Base, it seems to me the reasons have never been fully explained. I guess the official announcement came yesterday. I have a news report from WLOX, Biloxi, Mississippi, which says Keesler Air Force Base will lose 10 aircraft from the 403rd Wing under proposed defense cuts. Presented to Congress Monday, the Air Force Reserve Command plans to transfer the 10 C-130J aircraft to the newly reactivated 913th Airlift Group in Little Rock. First, I'm willing to work with the Air Force in making overall savings. You know, every senator is going to defend our own bases. But if this is going to help the greater good, count me in to be your teammate here. But first, these aircraft were going to go to Dobbins in Georgia. The Air Force abandoned that, and then they're going to send them to Pope Field to the 44th Airlift Wing in North Carolina. Now, that wing is going to be deactivated. And we are newly reactivating an airlift group in Little Rock and sending these C-130Js from Keesler to Little Rock Air Force Base, to this newly reactivated group. Taxpayers have spent millions of dollars to provide Keesler Air Force Base with state-of-the-art modern hangars and facilities. As a matter of fact, Keesler has enough space to house 2 squadrons. Yet the Air Force continues to propose to spend millions of dollars to move these aircraft away, and I just want you to help us understand at the committee level the reason for this. Of course, the move would also cause serious disruptions to the unit's personnel and their families, and that happens every time there's a move. But I just want to ask you 3 direct questions, General. How much will this move cost?
Senator, my understanding is that the move itself is cost neutral to Little Rock. The savings are on the order of 600 manpower billets across the Air Force Reserves specifically, as the reserves looked at this decision, which equates to about $100 million across the FIDEP for savings.
Okay. Is there going to be any MILCON needed at Little Rock to accomplish this move?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. Now I want you to supply me a statement then on the record, not to your knowledge, and I want you to be able to look us in the eye in this committee, General, and assure us that not $1 of MILCON is going to be needed to accomplish this move.
Sir, I'll look into the costs of the move from the specifics of what might be required at Little Rock that wouldn't either be required at Pope or any other location where we would base that unit.
And it is your testimony that moving these 10 aircraft from a base where there's already modern hangars and facilities to a new base is actually going to save enough money to offset the cost of making this move?
Senator, based on the consultations I've had with the Air Force Reserve Command, and they're making this decision and recommending it to the Air Force. My understanding is that they will save upwards of 600 manpower billets, and that will save us $100 million across the FIDIP, and that it's a reasonable thing to do.
Okay. Well, I want you to get back to us with the specific numbers there.